Joey TCAP.
Jeff Stacy went from being a goofy deli worker with an abundance of keys and druggy friends to one of the world's most famous sex offenders after he appeared on Dateline NBC's To Catch a Predator in April of 2006. After a year in prison and another 10 years on the sex offender registry, he met a woman named Leanne Cundiff Shaw on a dating website. The two fell in love and would eventually marry in June of 2018. When news of Jeff's wedding broke almost 3 years ago, the most common reaction was, what kind of woman would marry Jeff Stacy?
Bro. You married someone that was on To Catch a Predator. What is wrong with you?
When I was given the name of his missus, I checked her out on Facebook. I saw the pictures for the first time looking at her Facebook page, and my immediate reaction when I saw the wedding photos and stuff was I laughed my head off. I mean, I just found it hilarious that this guy was in these wedding photos. It was such a surreal thing, and it was like this laughter lasted ages.
Jeff Stacy, it's a question, is married. Can you imagine how he proposed to her? Will you marry me? Do you do anal? Wait, you're not a cop, are you? Oh my God, hey, whatever, man. Jeff Stacy is married. I cannot believe it. I can't believe that woman actually married a guy that was on To Catch a Predator. Your husband was on To Catch a Predator. Whatever, man. That's crazy.
And now, a little more than 3 years after those happy wedding photos were snapped, Jeff Stacy is dead, and his bride Leanne is in jail. What happened? What kind of woman would marry Jeff Stacy, the sex offender with a high-pitched voice? The talk regarding Jeff Stacy turned dark this summer as rumors of his death circulated. In August, the skip tracer obtained and released Jeff's autopsy results, which stated he died in February of a massive morphine overdose. At the time of his death, Jeff and Leanne were listed as tenants in an apartment in the Colony Woods complex in Lebanon, Ohio. Leanne was employed by a rehabilitation center in Dayton, Ohio, as a registered drug addiction counselor. This summer, collection agencies gained judgments against the late Mr. Stacy, and certified letters of these judgments were being sent to his apartment. Why were they not told that Jeff had died, and why was there no obituary? Leanne had stopped paying the rent, and since Ohio is one of the few states without COVID-19 related eviction moratoriums, Colony Woods obtained a court order to evict her on July 16th. A court officer tapes the eviction notice to her door on July 21st, requiring her to vacate the apartment within 10 days. 3 days later, on July 24th, Leanne lit her apartment on fire. Then she broke into her neighbor's apartment and stole prescription drugs. Both apartments were destroyed, and although the neighbors weren't home at the time of the fire, their pets were. The pets were reported to have survived, however. On July 26th, Leanne is arrested and she's charged with first-degree arson, second-degree arson, third-degree burglary, fourth-degree theft of drugs, all felonies, as well as misdemeanor trespass. She faces up to 20 years in prison. On August 2nd, she pled not guilty by reason of insanity. Her pretrial begins on September 22nd. Leanne has shown complete disregard for human life by burning down an apartment complex that may have been occupied at the time by other tenants, and seems to be a drug abuser masquerading as a drug counselor. Did she obtain or even administer the lethal morphine dose to her husband Jeff? Stay tuned.
Joey TCAP.